Hello everyone, welcome to my civil engineering YouTube channel. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when I post my new videos. So today I'll be discussing how to determine slope and deflection for a simply supported beam using unit load method. So here I have given a numerical wherein I need to determine the deflection at the midspan and the support side slopes at the support sides, so wherein the beam is given with the supports of A and B, which are simply supported in nature, and it is having the span of equal to magnitude L, and then it carries a uniformly distributed load of magnitude of W per unit length. So here I need to determine the midspan deflection and slope at support sides. So the first step is that I need to convert the load which is given as the unit load. So since in order the deflection is asked, before determining the deflection I need to replace the load to the unit load exactly on the point where the deflection has been asked. So here the deflection is asked to determine at the midspan, that is exactly at point C. So therefore we need to replace the real load to the unit load exactly at the point of the point where the deflection is asked. So therefore I have put a unit load of magnitude equal to 1 at point C. So before finding the moment or deflection, I also assume a point or a section, so which is at the distance of x from point A. From point A, I just project this section to the real beam also. So I just repeat it. I take the section which is at the distance of small x from that of A point. Okay. So here, since this is this overall beam is symmetric in nature, so therefore the value of support reaction will be equal to W into L divided by 2. Wherein WL is a total vertical load. So since due to the symmetry, it will be exactly half of the total value. So therefore VA and VB is equal to W into L by 2. So W into L by 2. So for this I need to determine what is the value of the the moment. So first and foremost thing is that I need to calculate the moment at the section X due to the real load. So I repeat it. I need to calculate the moment due to the real load at the distance of X from the A assumed. So it is nothing but VA into X, so which is acting in the clockwise direction. So VA into X is WL by 2 into X. So it is acting in the clockwise direction. I just consider that as positive. Why? Because I am going from left hand side. Calculation of bending moment from left hand side is taken to be as clockwise as positive and anti-clockwise as negative. So with this sign convention, if I just proceed it, so this is a clockwise moment, so it is taken to be as positive. And then apart from that, I also have the UDL to be considered at the distance of X. So it is acting in the distance of X. So therefore it is W into X by 2 in the direction of anti-clockwise direction. So therefore it is W into X square divided by 2. So therefore this is the value of the moment which is due to the application of real load at the distance of X. W into X, that is VA into X, which is positive because it is clockwise, and w into x square divided by 2, which is in the anti-clockwise direction. So next, coming on to the next important thing. So here MP is further simplified as w into x. If I just take it as a common value, I'll get the value as wx into L minus x divided by 2. So this will be having the limits between 0 to L, So this moment which I have calculated, it is only for the distance between x. So if I want to calculate for overall length or overall structure, so the limits will be between 0 to x, that is for the distance between 0 to x. And if I want to further expand this for the overall structure, means if I want to calculate for the overall structure, this will be between 0 to L, 0 to x and x to L, like that. So then and if I next step is I need to calculate what is the moment due to the applied unit load at the point C. Due to the unit load at point C, I need to calculate what is the moment. So therefore the moment will be equal to x 1 into x by 2. 1 into x by 2, 1 into x by 2. So this is the x value means, so this will be equal to 1 into x by 2, wherein x by 2 is the distance. X by 2 is the distance. So 1 into x by 2. So this value will be between 0 to x and x to L by 2. 0 to x and then x to L by 2. So further if I want to simplify this, so 1 into x by 2, 1 into x by 2 is the load. So if at all, if it is taken to be as between, this is L by 2, and further this is equal to x. So therefore this is equal to 1 into L by 2. I repeat it once again. So here I have the unit load of magnitude equal to 1. So the support reaction will be 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So therefore this distance which is equal to x, the distance is equal to x. So the moment will be equal to 1 by 2 times of x, that is VA into x. So 1 by 2 times of x. So this is considered to be as positive because it is in the clockwise direction. So after that, due to the application of this load, that is 1 kilonewton, if I just proceed to find out the moment, so overall will be distance of L by 2. So this distance is equal to L by 2 minus x. So therefore minus 1, since it is in the anti-clockwise direction, through this section I need to pass the moment. So it is minus 1 by 1 into x minus L by 2. So this is equal to 1 into x minus L by 2. So therefore the overall unit load magnitude will be equal to L minus x by 2 between the limits L by 2 to L. So if I just further proceed this, the deflection at C will be taken to be consideration of integration of the values between the limits 0 to L, mu MP, the product of mu and MP into dx divided by EI. So here I have the mu value as L minus x divided by 2. First thing here, I need to consider the value of limits between 0 to L by 2. Between 0 to L by 2 means the value of mu will be equal to x by 2. That is 1 into x by 2. So which is this step. So next step is that mu into mp. So if we just multiply this by the value of mp within the limit 0 to L by 2, I'll get the overall expression as this one. So if at all, if next thing is that I need to integrate between L by 2 to x. L by 2 to x means this is the overall value which I have got for the value of mu. So this value of mu, this value of mu will be multiplied with that of mp which I have got over here. So after all this, if I just simplify that, I'll get the value of deflection as 5 W L power 4 divided by 384 EI. 5 W L power 4 divided by 384 EI. So this is the value of deflection exactly at the midpoint. So the next thing is that I need to consider or I need to calculate the slope at any of the support side. Since this is a symmetric structure, so the slope at both the ends will be having the same magnitude. So therefore, in order to calculate the slope at A, so actually this is a slope at the support. So I have considered slope at A here. So I have considered the unit rotation over here, or the unit moment has to be considered exactly at the point where we are going to calculate the slope. So as in case of unit load method, we need to assume the magnitude of the moment exactly at the point where we are going to calculate the slope. So here I am going to calculate the slope at A. So therefore I need to assume the unit load at A here. So I know that the moment due to P I have calculated, that is moment due to the real load I have calculated from the previous slide, and the slope at due to the unit moment, the slope due to the unit moment will be equal to 1 is the unit moment, sorry, this is the unit moment means. So once again, so this is the unit moment. So 1 minus 1 by L times of x. So 1 minus 1 by L times of x. So 1 is the unit moment. So minus x divided by L, x divided by L. So this is the amount of the unit moment. So this is the limits between 0 to L by 2, 0 to L by 2. So again, theta value will be equal to 0 to L integration limits 0 to L mu my into dx divided by ei. So therefore I need to take the values of the same magnitude L minus x divided by L and the same value of mp and substitute that, integrate the value. I'll get the magnitude of theta a as WL cube divided by 24 EI. So this is how we need to calculate the deflection and slope for the respective points by using the unit load method. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the